like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go.
Today, from Portland, Oregon, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Portland Snowhawks taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Portland Snowhawks. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Portland team entering play. They're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. The numbers for Sanders last week: 16 carries, 87 yards. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet. They're going to try and throw.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got my oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now back to throw. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Sheldon. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
They'll roll him out right. This is complete. Finds his man Hearns. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. On 1st down, it's Hawkins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Play action. Sheldon. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Portland's offense now about set to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Sheldon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And complete to Drake London. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Sheldon, he'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year. An open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Miles Sanders, as the first half is winding down.
And the Snowhawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game, 7-3.
It passed the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Looking to throw on second down. Sheldon.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a... So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
They go play action here on first down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. It's a second down run with Sanders. And some room to work. Touchdown! Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll set up to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They'll run left with Pollard. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long. And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And even 100 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they rattle off a big one. 49 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there took 6 plays.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll run with bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
A nice run there by Sanders on first down as he'll wind up with a gain of about 7 before he's brought down.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run with Sanders. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Sanders trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall. Incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Snowhawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
2nd and 5.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Looking to throw. Sheldon. This is Smith with a grab. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back to throw. Sheldon flushed out right. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Snowhawks are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing on 1st down. Sheldon. Complete. Smith has it. The 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point attempt to come here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
complete to number 16. A gain of 12. First down, Falcons.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man, that's Richie James. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Second down and inches. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the home team here, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. It's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Photo for so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why